Hi, welcome to showmethecurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hital, and today we're making a Brussels Sprouts Subzi.
And here's what it looks like. It's not a very commonly used vegetable in Indian cooking, but here's a great recipe, and here's what you'll need.
1 pound of Brussels sprouts, quartered, 1 tablespoon oil, half teaspoon mustard seeds, quarter teaspoon fenugreek seeds, 1 teaspoon urad dal, a few curry leaves, quarter teaspoon each of asafoetida and turmeric powder, 1 small onion finely chopped, 1 medium tomato chopped, salt and red chili powder to taste, 2 teaspoons sambar masala, half teaspoon tamarind paste, half a cup or 4 ounces of tomato sauce. So for our Brussels sprouts subzi, we have really nice and fresh Brussels sprouts. When you're picking these, try to find them all that are around the same size, because you'll find little tiny ones and you find big ones. But if you can get all of them about the same size, they just cook evenly. It's a lot better that way.
Right.
So we have our Brussels sprouts, and they usually have a little hard edge like this. We're going to chop that off.
Kind of looks like a baby cabbage.
Yes, it does. Really cute, actually.
Yes.
And a couple of these top leaves you can go ahead and pull off. And when you do that, sometimes you'll see dirt on the inside. Just when they're growing, it kind of forms in there. So that's a good chance for you to open that up and re-wash them if you need to.
Right.
And once we have this, we can cut it in half. And again, in a quarter. Now it's important to keep the middle hard part intact, and that way it'll prevent all the leaves from separating while you're mixing.
And over here we have a medium-sized kadhai or skillet, and it's on medium heat, and we've started heating up the oil. And in fact, I think it's ready. We're going to add in the mustard seeds and allow them to pop. And we're going to add in the fenugreek seeds and the urad dal.
And once the urad dal comes to a nice golden color, you don't want to burn it, so be careful that doesn't happen. Just a light golden. We can add in our asafoetida, our turmeric powder, and our curry leaves. And immediately we'll add in onions and tomatoes.
And mix. And we're going to cook it for 2 minutes. So it's been about 2-3 minutes, and the onions have softened, and so have the tomatoes.
And so now it's a perfect time to add some of our spices. We have a little bit of salt, red chili powder, and sambar masala.
And mix.
And once the masala gets coated in the onions, we're going to add in tomato sauce. We're using about half a can. And here's our tamarind paste.
So once it's mixed, the tamarind paste will take a little bit of effort to mix in. And once it is mixed well, we'll just allow it to come to a boil.
So this mixture, once it comes to a boil, you can actually try it right now and make sure that your salt and your chili powder and everything is okay before we add our Brussels sprouts in.
Right. All right, after the taste test is done, everything is okay, and we are now ready for the Brussels sprouts. So a lot of vegetables that we are not used to seeing when we are little, we get intimidated by them. We don't know what to do with them. And this is a fantastic recipe. It's just a different, it's just a different taste, and absolutely fabulous.
I actually didn't buy Brussels sprouts for years because I didn't know how to make it. And I think a lot of people do that. It's, if it's a little foreign looking, and you just kind of stay away from it. But it has such a nice flavor. If you're a big cabbage fan, the flavor is a little similar to cabbage. And when you're mixing, if some of the leaves start falling off, that's absolutely okay as well.
So once you've mixed it really well, and look how beautiful it looks.
Such a pretty color combination.
Absolutely. Now we're going to just close it and allow it to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. But we're going to keep stirring it in the middle. We just don't want it to burn.
And the important thing is do not overcook these. Okay, we're going to check on our Brussels sprouts. Give them a mix. Now, if it looks like it's drying up a little too much, we can take a little bit of water, just a little, and sprinkle on. And mix.
So let's have a look. Wow, looks very good. And give it another mix. Perfect. And actually our Brussels sprouts cooked for a little longer than the 10-12 minutes that we mentioned because they were really big. So sometimes, depending on the crop and, how you cut them, sometimes they do take a little longer to cook than the time we've mentioned. So just keep an eye on it and just stop whenever they're cooked.
Right. And in between, while we were stirring it, we noticed that it was drying up a little bit. So we continuously, every time we stirred, we sprinkled a little bit of water, just a little sprinkle over it, just so it creates a little bit of moisture and helps them to cook a little bit faster.
So the Brussels sprouts are done. They look fabulous. And just a new vegetable. Enjoy them. And join us again in another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.